Demons. Freaking demon. What's up, folks? Playing decks from the RC. Regional Championship happened last weekend. 1,800 players. One of the biggest Magic tournaments in a long time, honestly, which is super cool to see. Coverage, SEG, Pat Sullivan and Hedrick in the booth. Good stuff. This is a deck that Seamus Kelhan played to a 12-3 finish. I think he just missed top 8, but made top 16 and Q for the Pro Tour. And one of the more interesting and innovative decks of the entire tournament. This is a Pioneer Mono Black Demon deck. Unholy Annex is the room from Duskmourn. 3 mana for a kind of like a pseudo Phyrexian Arena, but if you control a demon, it drains your opponent. It also makes 6/6 demon. And then there are other demons here in Bloodletter of Alcatraz, which can be a combo kill with Unstoppable Slasher. So they just have for life, double it. That's carry the 1, and that's their whole life total. And then also Archfiend of Adros, and just all the good black spells. Obviously, Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, need no introduction in the Pioneer format. Light green splash here in the board for Back to Nature, which is kind of cool against the Enigmatic decks and the Auras decks. Great lands here, Mutavault, Field of Ruin, Fountain Port, and Friends, kind of sweet. And just a cool take on like black mid-range, honestly. It looks really, really cool. And what else do we do but give it a spin, right? So let's do it. Let's get right to the games. Brought to you by...
Are you ready to elevate your limited game? Introducing Magic the Gathering Arena Limited Stats by Untapped GG to make every draft count. Whether you're a seasoned player or just starting, our meta tier list shows you the best colors to draft and how popular they are, so you know at a glance what colors to pick. Navigate card ratings to discover the strongest models, or dive deeper with our advanced view for detailed breakdowns. Ever wonder what it takes to get 7 wins? Explore trophy decks from other players, study winning drafts, and replicate their successes. Victory is just a click away at mtga.untapped.gg. Your path to Mythic starts here.
All right, let's get in, chat. All right, our hand is a little ugly. 3-drop, 4-drop, 4-drop, 3-drop. But we have a Scry land, and they're playing Yorion, so probably not going there for a while. We can keep this. Our Scry land will take us to the Promised Land. John Azorius up, thanks so much. And of course, folks, if it's your first time, hit that follow button. Watching on YouTube, hit the like button. Subscribe, leave a comment, support the content. If you like what I do here, you want to see me do more of it, see me succeed, hit the like button every time, don't be shy. We got Pioneer content this week. I'm going over the decks from the RC, and it's going to be all standard for the next 2 weeks as I get ready for Worlds. Playing in the World Championship in Vegas will be a lot of fun, and I have a lot of work to do to get there. So we see a land. I'm going to bin this. I just want to spell. So 2 green cards in the sideboard, 2 Back to Nature, which is, it's a lot for that. We got a Triome here. Opponent playing probably Enigmatic Incarnation. We're playing this later also. Yep. All right, so up the beanstalk. This is going to be very, very difficult for us, I think, and probably the reason why Back to Nature is on the board. We draw a tap land, unfortunately, it sucks. So we can play land. We can go Unholy Annex to get our Phyrexian Arena going, or get our Slasher going, or start slashering. So Slasher is a 2/3 death touch. If it hits our opponent, they lose half for life rounded up. And if it dies, it comes back with 2 sun counters on it. And then if it has no counters on it and it dies, it comes back again. So kind of a cool card. Not bad on the play here. And Michael used to be an ice cream man. Going around spreading ice cream and cheer to all the children. Until he was brutally murdered. But not killed completely. For he arose from the grave, and he decided that he had had enough, and that vengeance was necessary to have on the world. Thus he returned as the unstoppable Slasher. Thank you. That's my origin story for Slash. So, they play Overlord of the Flood Pits. They catalog discarding a Titan of Industry. We get half for life total. It's kind of cool. We draw. Oh, no! No! If we had an untapped land, they would be dead. That sucks. All right, so we're going to slash. And get half for life. And they lose half. They go down to 8. Play a Slasher and play Citadel. Man, so close. So close to the one-shot kill, Michael. I'm sorry, friend. Almost. Almost.
This room is scary.
Oh, okay. Well, that was... Apparently good enough. All right, so we're going to bring in these 2 Back to Natures for sure. Back to Nature comes in. Withering Torment comes in. Maybe Go Blank, Liliana, and Invoke Despair, maybe? And we're going to cut all the Fatal Pushes. That's not very good here. March of Registrar is not very good here. Edict seems fine, but, like, don't need that many of them. Yeah, Double Shaven Edict. Torment. Honestly, Archfiend of a draw seems kind of meh here. The soundboard is so cringe, says first-time chatter Asher Vina. I'm sorry, what'd you say? I couldn't hear you. What was that? Say it again. We got terrible news for you, my friend. Terrible news.
How did this happen? Yeah.
All right, so, Extinction of the Peril, Edict, Invoke Despair. I think shaving like an Archfiend or 2 is fine. Seems bad against them. Just like a big idiot. They don't have any creatures. Seems cool. All right, coming back in. More soundboard things to come, folks. We ain't done yet, all right? Sending my final form. Opponent mulligans. Our hand's like pretty bad, but we're going to keep. I think that Annex into Archfiend and Invoke Despair is pretty sweet. We can try any card to bridge the gap. But yeah, this has been a pretty tumultuous run of sets. We had Bloomburrow directly into Duskmourn. Now I have Worlds. I get on from Worlds on Monday, and that Friday is the full set review for Foundations. Just never stops. Whoa! There we go. Good draw. Thoughtseize. That bridges the gap pretty well. And take a look. We see Beans, Overlord. I think it's Overlord here for sure. So, Worlds is standard and draft. Foundations is like the new core set. It's standard. It's meant to be legal and standard for 5 years. Kind of like the big core set. Man, we are awesome. All right, well, we're drawing bangers. We think that Pioneer Masters is going to come out in December. That's not a full set. That's not going to require a set review or anything else. We drop Back to Nature. It's kind of cool. That would kill my own Unholy Annex. Kind of annoying. We could just like draw a card here instead of Archfiend and keep our Annex off the board and set up for a nice Back to Nature maybe. It sucks because like these already got value. You just draw off Bankbuster. Yeah, I'm just gonna draw off Buster. Try and draw Thoughtseize or Address. And just play a tap land, probably. Bloodletter, sure. So, like, we'll set up for Back to Nature and just kind of do our thing. They're gonna buy Yorion. We draw Thoughtseize. Interesting. So, let's Thoughtseize and see what's going on. We might Back to Nature. Their hand is removal spell, Titan of Ministry, Yorion, Thoughtseize of their own. They're pretty far from casting Titan. They actually have no black, right? Wow, that's pretty insane. So all their black cards do nothing. We'll just take Yorion and I guess leave up. We could draw and try to draw Duress. Or we can cast the Unholy Annex. Yeah, I mean, Fatal Push can kill the token, which is kind of annoying. Go for the throat if it draw black, obviously. So the thing is, like, if I play the Annex, it's bad with our Back to Nature, but good with not needing to spend mana to draw cards. I get Buster attack. I'm just trying to draw a card Buster, I think. Let's draw Buster. Draw Duress, sick. So let's Duress you. And probably Go for the throat. And just say go. Set up for our big demons. They draw a black source, which is not ideal, but fine. They have Titan and Fatal Push left. The problem is if they draw any card that costs, you know, five or more, they start to go nuts. And so it's also whenever you cast. So I might just like fire up Back to Nature and kill these things if I don't take it.
Spawn more overlords.
They take Back to Nature. Wow. We draw a Thoughtseize. Probably want to just play Archfiend and attack them, right? Try and kill them. Screw. And jam. Bustins. They're at 14. Bloodletter would Can I crew it? Can't crew this thing. Alright, moving oil counter. Another Unholy Annex. Unholy Annex doesn't seem very good this matchup. I guess we just Bloodletter, right? We could Thoughtseize them, but I just gotta remember. Soul Reset, thanks so much. Yeah, whatever, sure. Alright, so attack. Nowhere to run, -3, -3. So they only take 6 damage, pretty funny. However, they are DOB, so DOB indeed.
Game. Blouses.
I thought that would be a bad matchup for us, and it's pretty clean, actually, so that's kind of cool. I love Rogue so much, I just spilled it all over myself. I just pour all over myself when I'm off stream. All right, well, that was cool. Yeah, we're good. That's good. Someone clip it. Just all over me. It's fine. Whatever. It's cool. Listen, if it wasn't Rogue, I'd be sad, but it's Rogue, so it's great. Oh, napkin. I don't got anything. I'm good. I'm a mess. Hi. Hi there. Hello. We're going to keep... Stop laughing at me! Stop flapping, Jack. All right. Same matchup. Sure. Well, went well the first time. Let's do it again. And Thoughtseize. They have Glarb, Atraxa, Overlord of the Balemark. We have second Thoughtseize. Sure. Should go off the curve here. Gonna Thoughtseize again into Slasher and try and kill them. Right now I'm his moistness. So draw Buster. You gotta take Glarb, so I could just eat at the Glarb, I guess, right? That's probably better. Let's say go here. Core memory sub, thanks so much. Do I think 4 Duress, 4 Seas is too much on the main board? It kind of makes sense, you know. Temple Garden. Nimble, the one of Nimble Larcenist in the board. It's supposed to be an enigmatic incarnation target. That's pretty crappy, actually. Alright. Sure. This is fine. If I had cast Thoughts, I'd be a lot happier now, but what are they going to take? Old Streets of New Capenna draft card. What's the one? What's the Obscura? Was that the Esper Shard? They take the Thoughtseize. And I guess we're gonna take this let's kill this thing. Sure. Alright. Gotta use our mana. And we draw another slide. So we can just slash her up here. We slash her, they Glarb. We attack, we trade. I think that's fine. Alright. Here's Glarb. Could play a land off the top. They have one. They don't, thankfully. We draw She-Old Red. Let's attack. Can I have half your life, please? They say no. You can have a Glarb instead. This Slasher card ain't that bad. So, comes in, play Slasher number 2. And say go. Up the Beanstalk. Draw card. No problem. Have I drawn our removal spell? We'd like to draw... I mean, a land for Sheoldred's pretty good. They're going to Overlord. Sure.
Spawn more overlords.
They mill over Agent of Treachery, Glass Pool Mimic. They have Glard and Larcenist, too. This deck does look pretty fun. We're playing it later, so... Get back Glarb. Forest and Bending. So, we draw the land. Cool. So, whenever those skills come damage to a player was half your life rounded up. Sure. We're just attack my shoulder, right? Like, it's good against the Beanstalk. And we need to kill them before Trax comes online. So, half your life down to 8. Play Sheoldred, say go. Down to 6. And, of course, their Beans is a liability now also. Yorion, the companion. Still covered in row here. I'm a mess, folks. I am a mess. So they got to kill Sheoldred, stop the slasher. We got another slasher coming in also. Bustin'. They had a Sunfall. They probably would have cast it already. I don't think that this deck's playing any sweepers. We're playing it later, so don't know what version they're playing, obviously, but...
After it was all over, we took us in the house and served us pancake.
We're going to sideboard the exact same way. It's the same matchup. So Liliana's, Go Blanks. Let's cut these. Fatal Pushes, March. Cuts you Archfiends. An Edict. And let it run. Home for vacation. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Cassie had a phenomenal time. It's the most important part. As someone who's not a huge Disney fan, I'm like against Disney. I'm just kind of like ambivalent. It was a lot more fun with Cassie in there. Having him like go around and meet the characters and stuff was a lot of fun. So it's not great, but we're gonna keep it. We got a drip discard spell, a threat. We got green. This should already draw a threat, I think. That's perfect. Bankbuster is a pretty ideal draw. Duressia. We see a hand of nowhere to run, Skyclave, and a bunch of lands. Cool. Skyclave can tag the Buster, unfortunately. So we'll decide how I'm going to do that. Draw the Duress. All right. So we play Buster. They play Skyclave. Are we okay with that? I think we are, honestly. Try and get our combo stuff online and just take their removal spell. Yeah, I think that's fine. Then next year we can like maybe Duress them in like Citadel. Unfortunately, Duress has hit the Overlords, which are a big deal because it's like the best card of their deck. They're playing a bunch of Overlords. Speak of the devil. All right.
Spawn more Overlords.
Draw Invoke Despair. All right. Let's draw Buster. All right. I'm not going to rest them for one unknown card, so we'll just play this on black and say go. Not great for us so far. They've got Everywhere You Want to Be. They got a bunch of mana. They got Yorion. Invoke Despair can obviously kill the Overlord, which is kind of cool. It's pretty good. They're just going to buy Yorion and say go. Alright, that's not ideal. I think we're in trouble this game. The Overlord land is not an enchantment. It would be insane if it was. It'd be so good and limited. Alright, so at this point now we're in some trouble. I would say we're going to just draw a card and duress them. And then set up for a Invoke Despair next turn. They can Yorion and blink the Overlord. We can still kill it, which is pretty good. So yeah, sure. Draw a card. We draw a Go Blank. I mean, that would have been nice, but all right. So hopefully we hit with this Duress. They have Atraxa and land. That's about as bad as it gets because they have the Yorion to blink the Overlord to get more mana, and they have Atraxa next turn, and I don't think we can stop it. This is more what I imagined when I thought about the matchup, you know, but land tokens are kind of cool. I agree. Definitely more efficient than searching for lands. Having to shuffle your deck, etc., taking more time. I will say Magic is definitely very game object oriented lately, which eats into round timers a lot. I think that round times have really gone over a lot in the last year or two because like folks aren't as used to playing in paper, and then just like Fable the Mirror Breaker, play a Fable, play it, put a dice on it, upkeep. Change a dice or whatever, main phase, put a dice on it, add a counter, attack with a token, make a treasure, do this, pull the card out. There's just so many physical actions to take, you know? But all right, so we're going to Invoke to spare them. Their cast tracks that we're going to lose, I guess. We don't really have a recourse here. I'm just going to next game. Yeah, we can't really win this game. That's fine. So, can't be Atraxa, not a big deal. Game 3. Duress, Go Blank, Bloodletter. Cool. We can keep this. Play a tap on it too if we have to. Kerchak resub. 1 year. Good luck at Worlds. Thanks, friend. Appreciate it. All right, so go for the throat. Thoughtseize, Noxious Gearhulk, Overlord of the. These actually are pretty fun. All right, so we'll take Thoughtseize here. I think the Go Blank will hopefully be good here. They can kill my first creature or whatever. Try another Duress. Sick. Good draw. Good draw, Jim. Take Go for the throat. Play Lockthwain. We got the Go Blank next turn. They have a red Overlord and no red sources. Cool. This kills any creature. No restrictions. But blanking now make it hard for them to make land drops, which is really, really good for us. So Landmine Rot and then Bloodletter of Alcatraz or whatever. And these do stack, I believe. So you play one, then play another one, attack for 8, which is cute. Yeah, playing 80 cards, all singletons, is really fun. It looks like a really fun deck to play. We're playing it later, so don't go nowhere. Of course, I'm a stream. Look for it in a video. They're going to play a Temple Garden untapped and say go. All right, sure. Well, we're going to blank you. Discard 2. Exiling Graveyard Part, less relevant, but Mind Rotch is fine here. They're a deck that wants to make land drops and cast spells, so. Blank ya. Discarding probably Overlord land, I would assume. Nailed it. So, they have land, card, 6-drop. Cool. Play land we know about. Please no Overlord, thank God. Draw another Go Blank. Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
No, don't do this. Enough is enough.
Blank you again. Just get out of here. It's sort of like a Stone Rain almost. Discard Gearhulk and Fatal Push. Cool. So they are as low on resources as you could possibly be. They didn't buy Yorion, which is interesting. I guess they're leaving a Fatal Push, but still gotta win the game, obviously. We actually can't cast Bloodletter yet either, but we can field them. We draw Thoughtseize. They didn't buy Yorion again? It's kind of weird. Draw and reset, thanks so much. If we have the Triome, does it like fix their mana or hurt their mana? We hurt their mana, right? Yeah. I kind of want to hit the Yorion with the Thoughtseize, honestly. So I'm just going to say go. You can make a fish or Field to Ruin them. Probably just Field to Ruin them. A lot of utility lands, you know. Definitely there are downsides to playing as many utility lands. Gotta fix our mana Field of Ruins, so less about hurting them, I guess, more about fixing our own mana. Spara's headquarters. Again, not buying Yorion. So, now I buy Yorion. So let's hit the... I don't think it matters, honestly. Whatever, sure. Just want a swamp. I just want a swamp, alright? Just give me a freaking swamp. One swamp. They get a swamp also. We draw a swamp. Okay, so we have Thoughtseize into Bloodletter. Awesome. Their last card was Leyline Binding. I think Yorion's more damning, honestly. It's kind of hard to kill. And, like, they can just bind in the first creature or whatever. We also have, like, Back Nature and Evoke Spirit in our deck, too. So, like, having a binding in play is a bit of liability for them. Binding costs 2 right now. It's a lot of discard. A lot of discard. They're thinking it through. What do they want to do? I don't know. You tell me, opponent. What do you want to do? I don't know.
Yeah.
They draw Enigmatic Incarnation, and they just say go. That's pretty interesting, because we can't stop the enchantments, and they can just play Binding and sacrifice it and get a 7-drop, which is pretty insane. Binding is... It must exile something. There's no choice. Kind of sucks, honestly. They get some 7-drop, probably just kill us next turn. He's going to just get a Traxa. We're probably dead, honestly. Do we Slasher? Because they're going to play Binding, exile this, sack the Binding, get a Traxa, have a bunch of mana up also. We probably just can't win, honestly. That was a really good draw. So, we play Bloodletter, we get to deal for 8 damage, which is pretty good. We play Slasher, we get to potentially kill them next turn, but like, we can attack into Atraxa, I guess, and kill via Atraxa, which is like something, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Let's attack for 4. Attack for 4, and play Slasher and say go. Braid Reset, thanks so much. Alright, so here we go. They drew a Namesake. Kind of a weird one, though, where, like, the deck is built around this card, but it's an 80-card deck with no search. So, like, you know, you draw it sometimes, you don't draw it sometimes. But the deck did pretty well at the RC, so multiple versions. Obviously, a very, very hard deck to nail down, like, a stock version for, so. They are in the tank. In the tank. Cast the Binding. They're sacking it anyway. I don't think it matters, so. Hit the Bloodletter. Just couldn't imagine not getting a Traxa here, so. Alright, so. Unless we didn't discard their Traxa, did we? No. So here's Traxa. They hit Binding, Thoughtseize, Skyclave, Beans, Land, Croxa. Yeah, we're dead. I'm not sure if we could beat Skyclave, Thoughtseize, Binding. It's pretty good. If they had actual nothing, we could have won the game. But that is a pretty good spread of cards. So they get Skyclave, Binding, Land, Thoughtseize. They don't cast the Thoughtseize. They do have Binding cost 2. So they could have cast it and chose not to, which is interesting. They can obviously just Binding my Slasher. We can play second Bloodletter. It's not very good either, but alright, whatever. Oh, is there end step? Duh, right. That's right. Okay. That's why they didn't guess Thoughtseize. Makes sense. Logical. Reasonable. So we'll attack. I mean, either block or Binding it. Again, I don't think we win this game. This is what I was scared of, honestly. It felt like a bad matchup. They drove the overthrow too. Sure. So, I mean, probably won't come back in time to matter in this game, but they can just like Binding 1, Skyclave the other, attack for 7. They could also just Binding and just sacrifice it. So, no blocks. Does feel like this deck does a really good job of going over the top of like mid-range decks for sure, which we kind of are. Here's Skyclave. Eat the Slasher. And I imagine it's Binding for a 7-drop. Maybe just like Asian Treachery or something like that. No? Wow. We draw Thoughtseize. That's cute. Thoughtseize, yeah. Yeah, we're just dead. Exile one of these. Take their Thoughtseize. Draw off Castle and draw like, yeah, just nothing. 7. And again, they just sacrifice the Binding to Incarnation and get another 7-drop, which can never win, so that's fine. All right. That's all right. We'll tap out. That's okay. That's fine. It's cool. All right. 101. Let's not play against the same deck, just for variety's sake, you know? 2 discard spells, a land, and a Bankbuster on the draw. I could see an argument for keeping this hand, but we're going to mulligan. I got 6 I would keep, but on 7, we got to make the land drop, so. Sure. So we're going to keep this. Double Slasher, removal spell, double discard on the draw. I feel like it's probably a Slasher. It could be Duress too, maybe, but yeah. All right. This is a spot where open deck will help out a ton. They play a Meticulous Archive. Okay, interesting. Maybe some Oculus coming into our equation here. Keep your card on top, sure. All right, well, what do you got? Thoughtseize, yeah. We see a hand of... Oh, there's control, okay. Sensor and Memory Deluge. Let's take the Deluge. Or the Sensor. Sensor's like... obviously annoying, but easy to play around. Let's take the Deluge. Take the Deluge as they go, and then we'll think about what we want to do next turn. They can just cycle Sensor, so... if they have a land, then draw land. We're still going to duress them, I think. Whatever, sure. Just duress. Cast duress. Remove a Sensor from their hand. They have a Verdict. Awesome, take that. And we'll just say go. And we can just decide how you want to play against Sensor. They are not cycling it. They are keeping it. Do our Castle Lockthwain? Oh my god. What a card in the matchup. Alright, so we're just like... tap plays as they go. Play around Sensor. Play Slasher next turn. We got Castle Lockthwain going too, which is awesome. They're going to hold that Sensor. We're going to keep it... keep on keeping on with it. Play an Archive. Alright. Sure. Untap. Castle. Slasher. After the last game ended, do you think that Yorion was the right target for the Thoughtseize? What was the other option? Oh, the Binding? I mean, the 4/5 brick walled are 2/4s, and they draw Enigmatic. They draw Enigmatic. You know, what are you going to do? Like, draw land. Cool. So we're just going to go for it. Force them to a Ganjo. How do you account for top decking the dream card? What do you mean? Alright, so Bloodletter presents lethal. And then they just Ganjo the Slasher. It goes away and comes back. Playing second Slasher is pretty interesting. I'm going to do that, I think. So they can stop lethal this turn. Let's see if they do it next turn. Oh, Wandering Emperor. All right. Well, we saw their hand except for 2 cards. That's the pretty good one there. Bullet Reset, thanks so much.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelmed.
All right. So that exile that sucks. I guess we're just gonna edict the Emperor. We're gonna get 2 for 1. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It's reasonably mana efficient, so just want to cast our spells too. Keep these castles in play. So just like deal with their stuff. Bloodletter next turn. Make music Ganjo on it. Sure thing. Whoa! Vader's get this up. Thanks, Vader. Appreciate it. What Pioneer deck makes me roll my eyes whenever I play against it? I just like don't love like the creature combo-y decks, like, you know, Greasefang and Amalia when it was legal that much, but because like they just have it sometimes. It's really annoying, but all right. So yeah, we're gonna play a land, play Bloodletter. Play the Ganjo as a land, which is probably a bad sign for us, honestly. We can't not attack here, so they might have another Emperor. Again, we're just trying to empty our hand. We got 6 lands in play and 2 castles, which is great. So they're going to march. Sure, that's fine. So at this point now, you know, we're getting to the mid-game. They have a Deluge in the graveyard, but I have these castles. They're finally cashing in the Sensor. Probably should have cycle Sensor first and look for a Wandering Emperor, but it's fine.
Make a little noise here, huh?
Come on, I can't hear you.
Jug. Draw Archfiend of Vadros. Alright, so we really want to cast a lot of things this turn and not let them deluge, so let's just cast spells. Here's Archfiend of Vadros. They'll probably deluge into a Verdict, which sucks, but fire Mutavaults. It's an attack for 8, which is kind of cool, so stack. Alright, take a bunch of damage. and say go. They flash back Deluge. Probably in trouble, honestly. This matchup seems probably not great, honestly. It's very hard to combo kill them. It's probably better after board, but play Field of Ruin. We got 2 castles, so do obviously have lethal here. But they have plenty of cards in their hands, so probably not going to work out the way we want it to. 1 oil counter removed. We draw a Mortuary, so let's play Mortuary. Surveil. Thanks, Donatella. Vacation was good. Ship that. Let's castle. Draw Shieldred. All right, sure. Hopefully no Settle the Wreckage, you know? I shouldn't be that bad with double castle in play. They're going to field me response. Sure, that's fun. So fielding the Mutavault, not going to bother with the Castle Locked Lanes. I feel like we're getting Wandering Emperor here again, but I can't not attack, so just ship it. How do you like Historic? I don't know. Historic was a favorite format. The MH cards are rough. I haven't played it much lately, honestly, so obviously I have Stand Up for Worlds coming up. There's Pioneers. So many formats to play. They're going to dig through time. Wow. This is a bit of a desperation move, right? Like, 3 mana left over.
Inconceivable!
They just died. What happened? What's going on over there? All right, sure. Let's bring in... Do they have any enchantments? Bring in Invoke Despair, Withering Torment, Liliana, Go Blank. Honestly, maybe Hearse. Cut the Fatal Pushes. Heartless Act. March. These Archfiend of Adross are not particularly good against them, but the Hearses aren't like great, but having a way to deal with Deluge and a threat that's also not hit by Supreme Verdict is kind of cool. Yeah, they showed a dig through time also, so Hearse has some value there. Slasher, Go Blank. I'm gonna shave like 2 Archfiends maybe. Honestly, Bloodletter's kind of bad against them too, but yeah, it doesn't feel like a great matchup. Unless we got pretty lucky there, but all right, let's shave. I guess we have Go Blank to the graveyard too. Torment's just like catch-all, just like they have a Shark or we don't need it. I guess shave that and shave 1 Hearse. Don't want to draw 2 Hearse, so all right. Whoa! We're gonna mulligan into a much better hand. Let's keep this. The problem is, what do we ship, right? This would be an awesome 7-card hand. Probably just keep the Edict, honestly. Just like Duress, Slasher, Archfiend. They mulligan too, thankfully, so. Alright, Archive it is. So meticulous. Been a farewell. We draw Unholy Annex. Nice draw. That's a good one. All right, Duressia. What do you work with there, Pepfrith friend? You got Censor, Wandering Emperor. Sure. Fine player on Censor again. I might even walk us into a Censor anyway. Just like, whatever. Plenty of ways to deal with it, so. Eye of the Eye Tyrant. Cool. Never wanted to land, so. Pester Mike says, hey, Jim. I'm the guy who played the Humans list. Glad to see you like it. Got to play with it yet? You are Michael Greenberg. Awesome, Mike. Yeah, we just played it, went 3-0 with it. It'll be on YouTube, missed it. All right, so we're going to Thoughtseize again. And then just play a land. Set up for next turn. Ideally take a non-censor here, but Awesome, Mike. Sweet. It'll be on YouTube over the next day or two. Congrats on your finish also. Censor. I will pay. Must have land, only lands in hand. Yeah, so that's fine. Archive a Ganjo. Play land taps. They go. So they have only lands. They have an Aganjo and an Archive. Interesting. We draw another Thoughtseize. Should play Archfiend, I think, right? Just like play the biggest threat when they have nothing to do with it. They can't Aganjo it. It just kills them in a few turns. Maybe set up for... Sure, that's great. Great exchange, honestly. Verdict for 4-mana spell, 4-mana spell. They tapped out. We draw a Mutavault. And I'll always make it 8-8 on us, or 6-6, I mean. Just do it.
It's like I'm making a haunted house.
Make a room, make a 6-6, they go.
This room is scary.
And next turn we have Thoughtseize Slasher or Unlock Annex Slasher or any combination of. Why didn't they cycle into the casting sensor? Probably better to cycle. You're right. Like, if they just draw another land, they're up their +1 card. Play Ganjo, 1 card in hand. Say go. We draw Archfiend of Vidross. So, we're going to cast this Thoughtseize here, because Archfiend kills really fast anyway. And we want to resolve. They have a Glass Casket. Interesting. Alright, say go. Oh, Mutavault Annex is sick. That's really fun. I missed that one. If you control a demon, Mutavault is in fact a demon. Alright, so oil counter down. We draw a land. Awesome. Attack for 6. We are going to attack for 6, play Slasher, and unlock the Annex room. Pretty good draw, but sure, it's fine.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
Okay, so exile this. We're gonna go land, Slasher, unlock the room. So end step, we'll lose 2 and draw a card. We draw Buster, cool. Currently out of demons. Darth asks, is Arena of Glory too good for Pioneer? Probably not. Without flaws, it's kind of whatever. Plus the Emperor.
I have got new moves
And say go. So we have Field of Ruin for their Hall. Mutavault activates the Annex. Now they have 1 card in hand. Obviously Slasher wants to attack them and take half their life, but let's see what we draw. See what we draw.
Good old rock. Nothing beats that.
What do you got, friend? Hello? Good old Duskmourn, huh? Remember, folks, my name is Jim. Pro Magic player, full-time content creator. Hit the follow button. It's your first time here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content. Appreciate it. You're all great. I love y'all. Very lucky to do what I do, you know? Got to take my family on a wonderful vacation to Disney for a week. I'm very lucky to do what I do. Even when my opponents hit the rope, you know? It's totally fine. Life is good. Very busy week, folks. I'm doing Pioneer today, going over the RC decks. And then tomorrow and Wednesday is Bronze and Mythic all day. Thursday and Friday is Standard all day, as I prep for Worlds. Saturday is the Arena Open and maybe a little more Bronze and Mythic. And then maybe Sunday, Arena Open Day 2. And then I'm done. Next week is all offline testing. And then I fly to Vegas, test for another week, and then Worlds. So, how's Fantasy looking? Not good. This is my Pro Magic Player Fantasy League. First pick went down week 1. Hasn't played yet. Aaron Jones got hurt. I'm 2-3. And then my opponent's got people going nuts or whatever. I have a chance, but it's a very, very small chance to win tonight. if Kareem Hunt and Chris Olave go nuts, but it's been a rough year. Mark Andrews has been killing me, yeah. Just absolutely killing me. Like, he finally scored some points last game, but holy crap. My third pick scored 0 points 2 weeks in a row. My first pick has been hurt for the entire year. So, 20-team league has been rough, but all right. So, we're going to, not enough lands for Hall. I'm just going to fire a Mutavault and attack. I'm going to send Mutavault to the Emperor and the Slasher at them, and then probably just cast Archfiend of Madross. Yeah, it's pretty funny that the, so like Likely is the backup to Andrews. He's been like really good at times this year also. I should have drafted him as a backup plan. The third tight end caught a touchdown yesterday too. So like, all right, so they're just not here, so whatever. So, all right, so looks like we're going 2-1. This matchup seemed, honestly, all three of our matchups seem kind of tough, but my Pile Driver League team is like 3-1, about to be 3-2, I think. So. All right. I mean, I think we were pretty ahead this game anyway, so it's fine. I think that was Assault Rope, not Disconnect, but whatever. All right, so went 2-1. Playing against Enigmatic twice and then Blue Control once. Enigmatic match seems tough. I mean, obviously, splashing an entire color for 2 sideboard cards is a pretty big statement on the part of Seamus here. So it's a good sideboard card, though. It's very powerful, obviously. But yeah, this deck's cool, honestly. Definitely a cool deck. Obviously, all the black cards are great. Having these combos is kind of cool. Playing some cool new cards. Deck's cool. So, Seamus, congrats on the finish. And we're playing more decks on stream. But you two folks love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.